Hello student, welcome to the Make Study official YouTube channel. In this video we are going to see about the question related to PSU examination, which is continuously coming a number of times. The same question is repeating in a different examination. So in this video we are discussing a few manufacturing and production questions which have recently come in different examination. And if you practice these questions, you definitely boost up your time to speed to solve the question. So in such a way we can proceed in a further updates. Going ahead with the first question. The first question is: the main purpose of chaplets used in a foundry practice are to provide the efficient venting, to ensure the directional solidification, to support the core, and to align the mold boxes. That this is if you see these question repeated in different exams like APSC, TNPSC, RPSC, UPPSC, and BPSC. If you practice these types of question in a different examination, so the time to read the question and mark the answer is too fast. So practice these type of question to appear in these types of examination. The right option is C, because the main purpose of chaplets is to support the core. If you mentioned it, I have already mentioned the description of the answers. If you read that the core chaplets of the metal location inserted in a metal is either prevent the core shifting position or give the extra support to core. Okay, the right option is C, to support the core. The main purpose of chaplets is to locate the piece inserted in a mold in either to prevent a core shifting position or give the extra support to the core. Core is the vacant position inside the pattern, which is generally used to create a hollow things in a object. So they refer as a core. And the molten metal appears in a metal in a chaplet, and which forms in the cast metal. Like as I have said, they mostly used to prepare hollow things inside the casting product. They use as a term as a core, and chaplets generally used to support the core objects inside the casting product. Like if you prepare a cylindrical hole inside the product, then they mostly use as a support to create that hole in such a way that they do not mix to each other. Going with the next question. The next question is: the core print are used to option A strengthen the core, option B form C to support and hold the core in a place, option C is fabricate core, option D is all of the above. Most of the students go for the option D, but before going to option D, just read the answer carefully. The core prints, the mainly core prints are used to support and hold the core place in a casting product. The option B is the right option. Like as I have said, I have already attached the description of particular question. You just read and you get the idea how these questions are work. So for the core prints, I have mentioned that generally the core prints are provided in a core, and these core prints are sought in the projection at the end of the core, and these supports are core in the position of the mold design provided to space of the core sufficient to large to locate the accurate things like that. Mostly like that, the core prints and cores are used in a casting product. Core generally used to create a hole, and core print generally used to sit and hold the core places. Like we need to helps to achieve the whole position, so do not mix with the external force and buoyancy forces inside it. To avoid that, we use a core print. Going with the next question. Third one is due to sake allowance. The first option is the fillets are provided on a pattern, and the pattern is made of slightly bigger than required size. Third option, the taper is provided to vertical faces on a pattern, and option D is the pattern is made of a slightly smaller than required size. As you are aware that if you prepare exactly same size of pattern with the product, and after casting the product, if you try to remove, then it's not possible to remove, because due to restriction of product, because the product has been expanded with a certain amount, you cannot easily remove the product from casting product from the mold. So you need to either give some allowance in it. Sometimes this is a positive allowance, sometimes it's a negative allowance. Depending on the case, you need to give it. For in that case, you need to give the shake allowance in a pattern, so that you will get the product in a such a way without hammering and all those things. You need to just provide some movement in it, and after that there is some gap is produced, and so that you can pick the product. Here the option is the pattern is slightly smaller than the required. Option D is the correct option, so you go with the D. The next question is the property of the property of the molding sand which does not provide any resistance to contraction of the solidification casting is called option A is the collapsibility, option B is the refractoriness, option C is the adhesiveness, and option D is the permeability. Here the right option is the option A, collapsibility. As you are aware of that, the molding sand does not provide any resistance to contraction and solidify based on a casting of the metal. So the collapsibility is the absolute right answer. We also discussed with the other options as well. Like adhesiveness is the property of a sand which the sand particle sticks on the side of the molding box. You also aware of this, the adhesive sand particle is proper lifting of the cope along with the sand. You are learning in the fluid mechanics as a cohesive and adhesive force. Exactly like the cohesiveness and adhesiveness, exactly properties are applicable to here as well. Going ahead with the next, refractiveness is the ability to stand the sand with the high temperature without fusion or soften is refractiveness, because you need to think about that sand is standing with the very high temperature around more than 12 to 1500 degrees centigrade, and these properties are known as a refractiveness property. Going with the next question, fifth, chills are option A is the more mixed with the adhesion in a collapsibility, option B the metal object to provide the very high heat extraction capability of the sand mold, option C is the metallic object to provide the strength of the sand mold, option D is the metallic object to provide very low heat extraction capability of the sand mold. Here once I read the question and read the options, you just pause the video and just think about the right option. Do not go with direct answer which I have written for your kind information, because if you go with the answer and try to read the answer and then mark the question, then your mind is not in an active mode to give answer in a particular questions in examination. So you need to think in such a way that you haven't appeared the answer yet. You just read the questions and answer and try to, because this is a theoretical question, you need to take a few seconds to read and mark the questions. If you take more than 1 minute, then it's difficult to appear and crack the examination. So you think in a that way. The right option is B, because the metallic chills are generally used to provide the very high heat extraction of the capability of the mold sand. I have also written here, mostly it is used to cool the certain rate of relative thickness of the casting. That's why we are using the chills. Going with the next question, the atmosphere required in a furnace for nitriding of steel component is liquid nitrogen and nascent nitrogen, ammonia, and graphite. You also aware of that the ammonia is used in a nitriding of a steel components. Also appear in, I think, material science paper. So this is the very simple questions. You just read the answer based on it. Going with the next question, question number 7 is the shrinkage allowance on a pattern is provided to take care about first liquid shrinkage, solid shrinkage, liquid and solid shrinkage, any one of the liquid and solid shrinkage. The right option is shrinkage allowance is applicable in it's appear in liquid and solid shrinkage. Like you also aware of that, like a maximum liquid shrinkage in a certain like metal and maximum solid shrinkage, and like there are different materials which are applicable in different cases. So the shrinkage is appearing in two cases, like there is some solidification and liquid shrinkage. There is only a solid shrinkage. The liquid shrinkage is taken care by the riser, and the solid shrinkage is taken care by the pattern. So after the product is solidified, the shrinkage is completely taken by the pattern of the particular product, casting product, and in the liquid and solidification stages, the solid and the shrinkage is taken care by the riser. So the right option is the liquid and solid shrinkage is the right option C for this particular question. The going with the question 8, decrease the clay content in the moldings and increases the permeability, refractiveness, green strength and flowability. The right option is A because they're very simple questions. The decrease in a clay content moldings and decrease the permeability, because the permeability is also helps to like achieve the sand in a optimum moisture content, and hence the permeability, green stain and refractivity is also the properties of sand without which cannot achieve the particular product or pattern in a right way, because we need to record all these properties, green stain, refractiveness and permeability, to achieve the particular product in a proper way. Going with the next question, refractiveness of a modeling sand can be increased by. The option is the increasing the grain size, decreasing the grain size, increasing water content, and increasing the clay content. Like you also, I have just explained before that properties of refractiveness, and here the right option is the grain size, because